welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrew Wolfe, and today we're going to be talking about Boulder, Colorado, specifically what nobody tells you about moving to Boulder, Colorado. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about here is just the scenery and how gorgeous everything looks, right? The views here will literally spoil you for your life or living anywhere else. During the winter, you get beautiful White Peak Mountains. During the fall, you get gorgeous oranges, yellows, and reds from the aspens. You get 300 plus days of sunshine that carry over through all of those, but primarily in the spring and the summer. You really cannot go wrong. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous place to live. Physically, the scenery is amazing. All right, guys, and along with that scenery, you're not just getting like a physical occasion, you're getting a lifestyle that you move into, right? So physical activity, outdoor living, a beautiful, healthy, sustainable lifestyle. All these things are community commitments, and at the high level, you're gonna get plugged right in and drawn into them as well. So if you're a person who likes healthy living, being active, particularly in outdoor lifestyles, but others as well, and just enjoy engaging with your community at a very tight-knit level, Boulder is gonna be an awesome place to live. It's gonna be ideal. Speaking of activity, honestly guys, I can't really stress this enough. It feels like everyone is doing something all the time in Boulder. Physically active city, it's routinely voted as one of the most active and physically fit cities in the whole country. And you're gonna get invited on bike rides, you're gonna get invited on runs, you're gonna get invited out on hikes. Everything from having a 14er to just going on like a local little stroll up Chautauqua Park. It's gonna be an amazing place to make a living. You enjoy that outdoor activity lifestyle, and that extends beyond just physical activity. It's gonna be a very health conscious place as far as like food's concerned. It's gonna be very sustainability focused. All those things are gonna be part of your community feel, and one of the reasons why people choose to make Boulder their home, and it's a really great, best kept secret I wanna share with you guys here. Okay guys, so a couple of things to think about here. You know, the cost of living might surprise you a bit, right? I feel like the cost of housing is a well-known feature out there, but a lot of other things are slightly elevated in expense as well. So taxes are pretty good. Taxes are actually lower than the national average, but things like food, things like gas, things like electricity and other sorts of things we're used to paying for, all are slightly elevated. So the cost of living is just a bit higher here than it is in other places throughout the country and even other places in Colorado. Now that can be a perk, right? There's gonna be benefits to that too. So while the cost of living is higher, specifically with housing, it's also going to stay high and likely appreciate in the long run. So Boulder has pretty darn strict zoning laws and pretty darn strict laws about what can be built, how much can be built, and what those properties can look like. And also people tend to not leave when they move here, right? There's not a ton of turnover in Boulder because it is such an awesome place to live and people love making their home here. So by virtue of that, the inventory stays small and the inventory moves pretty quickly, right? So you do want to be prepared and have a good plan in place if you're shopping for a home in Boulder so that you can pounce on the ones that's the best fit for you, because they tend to not stick around for a while. And once you get in, it's a very resilient community as far as pricing is concerned. We haven't seen the same kind of elevatoring on price that we've seen throughout other parts of the country here this time of year. Boulder tends to kind of move up in the right direction most of the time. It's very resilient and a very strong performing city as far as housing cost goes and appreciation goes. Okay, so a couple other things to chat about here is just, you can't really talk about Boulder without stressing how important sustainability really is here. There are citywide commitments to composting, to recycling, to keeping the community very clean. So they really don't want to encroach upon the beautiful, beautiful nature all around us. The number one reason we talked about moving here, the first reason anyway, is just how gorgeous it is, and the city is very committed to maintaining that, and so are the locals. So you're gonna be expected to pick up after yourself. You're gonna be expected to participate in some of these great local programs to maintain just the gorgeous atmosphere we have all around us here in Boulder. All right guys, we didn't talk about the weather, but another thing to talk about is some of the altitude, especially for those of us moving from sea level or just kind of lower level cities from an elevation perspective. The altitude here is real. It'll get you if you're not prepared for it, right? So don't expect to move here from sea level and be able to throw down your bags and go run a marathon. You're gonna have to give your body time to adjust to the altitude, time to acclimate. It doesn't take all that long, you know, for some people it's a week, for some people it's a couple weeks, but if you eat well, drink a ton of water, I would say on a side note, bring some sunscreen because the sun is a little bit closer here. You are going to burn a little bit easier. You'll acclimate in a week or two and then be back to doing your normal level of physical activity. And again, moving with Boulder, probably more because the city's going to push you to be a very active human being. So if you just make sure you're prepared for the weather, make sure you're prepared for the altitude, and you'll do great. Kind of bring it all together, guys. So Boulder really is a very vibrant, very active city. It has that small town feel though, even though it has all the resources of a larger community. And when I say community, I do mean community. You're gonna get pulled in, you're gonna be a Boulderite, whether you like it or not, if you choose to make this place your home. You're going to see people you like and that you know out on the biking, hiking, and running trails. You're going to see them on the slopes. You're going to see them out at the grocery store. You're going to see them at breweries and restaurants. So really, I encourage you to engage with your community. Become a member of it. You're going to get pulled in whether you like it or not, so you might as well go in with both feet on your own terms and make this community your own. If that all sounds great to you, I think Boulder would be an awesome fit, and I would love to help welcome you here. So, again, I'm Andrew Wolfe. My number and email are going to be down below. I love making these videos for you guys. I love connecting and sharing my thoughts and opinions about the lovely Boulder, Colorado, but I would love even more to connect with you in person. So please do reach out. Let's get together. Let's chat a little about what your goals are, and I would love to help tell you more about the city and help you out in any way I can. Andrew Wolfe, talk to you guys soon. See you guys next time.